Welcome back to another episode of Life is Feudal. I have to think of the game. So, I decided that the other server was just way too grindy. It was just taking forever to do anything. And so I switched servers, made a new character. I'm pretty much at the same point that I was at beforehand, although I haven't worked up my logging skill. I haven't worked up my nature's lore or anything like that, but I do have my terraforming at 66 as well as construction material preparation at 9. So yeah, that's a lot. That's a huge step forward, I think, over what we were at last server. So a big thing is going to be right now I'm just trying to get this tunnel started. And the idea is that once I get this tunnel started, I can get in the ground and I can start getting some stone. I started building the monument, which is over here, and there are wolves out. There's just wolves everywhere around here, which kind of worries me a little bit. But I'm on an island. I'm on this little tiny island here. This is a public server. There are other people here. So I'm on this island here, which is actually kind of interesting because I'm separated from the rest of the map in the fact that people they wouldn't be able to build up siege engines on the island. They would have to bring over the resources. So they'd have to bring over logs and the such, which would be kind of interesting. Make sieging my castle a little bit harder. And so I'm sitting here and I'm just basically adding these smoothed stones to this monument right now. Oh, damn it. I need the hammer. And that is a wolf eating, by the way, which is a very ominous sound. Then I need to shape, I think, one more shaped rock. I mean, if I shape them all, then they're just out of my inventory, which would be really nice, but, you can't do that all the time. But it is increasing my construction preparation. It's increasing it by almost 2 each time. This server is so much better than the other one. It's also got a lower latency. It's hosted in Seattle. It's like hosted right down the street from me. Go figure, it's got a lower latency. The skill gain is ×5. It's got a 5.0 multiplier to that, so which is why I'm gaining 2 per turn instead of like nothing, it was really annoying gaining like 0.01, like 0.01 skill gain. Oh god, it couldn't go any slower. And that was the biggest thing, is that I'm not playing with anyone. I'm not playing with any friends yet. So I just ended up with this like super grindy, just unenjoyable, experience, and it was unfortunate that was a thing. But at the same time, it wasn't a terrible thing to have happen. It was just kind of a learning experience there. And I learned that you need to have terraforming pretty high, and you need to have forestry pretty high to begin with, which I do now. I started off with a higher forestry skill and a higher other skills. So to erect a monument, I'm going to need 20 hardwood belays, which means I'm going to need... Let's look at this here real quick. So I'm going to need 20 hardwood belays. I'm going to need 100 nails. So I'm going to need to get, I believe, smelting. Can smelt precious ore into a lump. Can make steel. Can smelt recycle metal tools, armor, and weapons. Can make precious bars and ingots. Can make Vostakis steel. What? It's interesting. So can make household objects. So I'm going to need to get to forging Level 0, I believe. Can make weapons from iron, can make weapons from steel, can create exceptional weapons, and create weapons from Vostakis steel, or however the hell you say that. So I'm going to need to go get my prospecting up to 30, which isn't going to be hard. At 5 times skill gain, that's easy. But for these other things, so I'm going to need to get to this level 0. I'm going to need to get here level 0. So I'm going to need to get you to level 30, which will need this to be at level 60, which I can just go like tear off a few more branches and be fine. This needs to go to 60 to build my house. Now that's another thing I need to do, is build a house. The biggest thing that I wanted to do in the last server was just build a house. Now the problem is I didn't have the skills to do that. And to build a small house, oh god. Please don't tell me that's what I think it is. Okay, it's laying down. Those are wolves, and they are fucking nasty as shit. And they kill me so fast, which leads me to believe that I need a different kind of like tool or something to kill them with. I'm not sure. I'm trying to think of the best way to kill them, because I don't want to do blunt damage, because blunt damage will just knock them out. I want to kill them. And let's be completely honest, they're wolves. They're NPCs. What am I talking about? A knife is 1 and 1, which, I mean, maybe. An axe, that's 1, 1, and 2. Primitive cooking pot. I think like a sickle would probably do a lot of damage, but I think an axe would probably do quite a bit. So, Those chickens are so fucking loud. It pisses me off so much. You can't hear them in the video, but I can hear them, and it's getting to me now. I'm going to move them out of this room. Yeah. So, I'm going to start this tunnel, I believe. Yeah, I'll start this tunnel, and I'll get my prospecting up to level 30 real quick, which won't be hard at all. Actually, I could just get my prospecting up right now really fast. Just find a few flintstones, because I'm going to need the flintstone anyways to get the primitive tools. So, the biggest difference, I'd say, is just the faster skill gain. The absolute 5 times faster skill gain than the other server makes a huge difference. Now, if I was going to play with friends, I would find a server. I'd probably just make a server, to be completely honest. You know, I would say I would take a server and take its skill gain up to the maximum. You know, like just make it stupid, just absolutely tremendously easy to level. I'd make the skill cap max 3,000. That way you could level up as many things as you wanted. So if you wanted to play solo, you could. You could be a badass. You could just be a badass backwoods man that just takes over everything and is good at everything. So, and there's that, of course. See, 29, I'm almost at prospecting 30, which will unlock. See, that's what's so amazing about it. This server is that it's just so much easier. You can play a single player game. You can play this as a single person. And it just is so much nicer. Combine. Speed of ore extraction is 24 to 30 seconds for the mini game, 30 to 50 seconds for autocraft. Can mine iron and copper ore. Okay, well, that's cool and all, but I don't even know if I have that. Dig a tunnel downward. Oops, I didn't set it as my hotkey. So, guys, I'm going to start this tunnel. I'm going to flatten out some more area. I'm going to get up my logging skill, and then we will be back for the second half of this episode. Oh, that took a long time. Okay, so it's actually later in the day, like 2 hours later. And I am done! Wait, hold on. Am I done? Am I actually done? Am I actually done? Nope, I'm not done yet. Damn it! Well, there's just a little bit left. You guys will be here for when I'm done with this 4x4 area at 10 height. That has been an absolute pain to dig out. Oh my god. No joke, though. No joke. This has been the most tedious thing I've done in a long time, aside from like Worm Online, which is understandably tedious, and this is basically it's almost a copy of Worm, I'd almost say, but it's not really a copy at all. It's kind of and it's kind of not at the same time. Like this is how much deeper down this is over here. I can put down two stacks. Okay, so I finished the first set of the tunnel, which I'm very glad that I did that. And then I started this here, which is going to be for our tiny shack. And oh my god. How the fuck do I move it back? Okay, so the door is not exactly where I'd like it. The door is like on this side here. And I'd like for the door to be coming towards the monument. This is kind of weird. No. Air. Oh my gosh, guys. This is the first big step, guys. First big step. And it's at the end of this episode. Because next episode, I do believe we will be getting into the mines. We'll be getting into the mines. Because with this episode, we are going to be finishing up this building. Tiny shack. Create. I need 10 of these things, which are building logs, and 20 boards. Now, I'm curious to know what this other thing. Construction material is oh, construction is deconstruct. Okay. So I need a saw for this, which isn't going to be hard. I have the flintstone, I believe. I believe I have enough flintstone. I just need a branch, which, seriously, a branch. And I need a few branches, I think. I think I need a few branches and a few pieces of, plant fiber. I'm totally dead now. I'm like dead in the water. I'm good, dude. Hodor. Hodor is my favorite character. No, just kidding. None of those characters in that arc are I'm particularly fond of. The Bran and the Bran Hodor arc. I'm kind of glad that they're not bringing them back in season 5, because they caught up to them in the 4th season where they're at the point where they are in the books. So they said that they're not going to continue it, and I'm like, oh, thank you. 4 out of 7? Oh my god. And 3 plant fiber, that's not too bad, but still. And I had a few run-ins with wolves, so I'm injured quite severely, actually, which is another reason I want to get this house up, because I believe you can respawn in them. Not quite sure. I should look that up before I say that, actually. So, let's see what it's like to respawn. DY... dying? Death. It's called death. Death occurs when a character's hard HP drops below 0, in which case the following events occur. All equipment, items, and items in inventory will be dropped into the character's grave.
Skill loss. After death, carry at his binding point and will suffer resurrection sickness debuff for a few minutes. So, oh, a binding point can be as well a home. Okay, that's cool because that's your one binding point. I believe you can bind to a home.
Am I under like attack or something? Yes, no. Still have a half an hour of wound. Now I just need 3 more of those. Which could be a problem because there are wolves over here. And I don't want to fight the wolves. Because the wolves will kick my ass. And there's my tunnel. My tunnel is nice and pretty and beautiful and ain't no way to say shit about it. No one can say shit about my... You can say shit about my tunnel. I don't care. I honestly don't care about my tunnel. Just don't care. Now, apparently there is copper underneath where I am. I believe it's underneath me. Because I was prospecting earlier and I was kind of trying to figure out, like, is it to the left, to the right, or forward? But I went to the left and I was like, it's 14 away from the block that I'm digging in. So that makes me believe that it was 14 ahead, 14 to the right, or 14 to the left. But when I walked, you know, like 4 to the left and then prospected again, and I cut it down to 10, it said that it wasn't there anymore. So getting this feeling that it is underneath where I am, which could be a problem and could not be a problem at the same time. I'm not sure. I don't know. But we'll see how that is. Damn it! I always do that. Always do that, and you don't see it because I never record it. I'm never recording it, so you never see it. Oh man. So we're gonna get this started. I'm gonna get the 20 boards hammered out real quick. I'm gonna get the whatever building logs hammered out, and we're gonna add them to this building and this construction, and we're gonna build it, and that'll be the end of this episode. Hopefully, I really hope it will be, because I don't want this episode to go forever. I also, you know, want to keep recording as well, so maybe I'll stock up another video after this. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. I like putting out the videos and then getting feedback right away as to how the video is and any critiques anyone might have. But that's, you know, that's different. Okay, so I'm going to need how many boards? Construction, inspect object. How many boards am I going to need? I like how there's already boards and building logs over here. But 20 boards, 10 building logs. Okay, 20 boards, 10 building logs. And I do believe I'm going to need to equip this. So I will equip it over you. That'll work. The saw is a much better tool than the shovel for doing what I'm doing. Because, you know, you can't really get through a log or make a board with a shovel. I say that, but I'm gonna need 20 of these. This is gonna be crazy. Oh. I think I just realized something. This is gonna be another one of those like super long processes. Oh god. And I'm out of food as well, which is another problem. Which means I need to go look for apple trees, which I haven't done yet. But I think these are apple trees here, aren't these? Are these apple trees? Inspect. Or that's an apple tree over there. As I get closer to the screen, I'm like, huh? That's a willow. I need to figure out what the apple trees look like, and then I can just run straight to them. Not have to worry about it. I think this is an apple tree. Gather apples. Yay! Yes! Apples are like the prime food source of the world. No joke. There's nothing... What? 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 Well, I know they're these darkish trees now. Whoops, ran right past it. Sweet. If I can get apples, that'll be a godsend, basically. Be amazing. Apples are like so broken right now. There needs to be a diminishing return on what you eat, I think. Kind of like that Minecraft mod, the diminishing return one. So you can't just eat bread for your entire freaking life. And apples aren't like the greatest thing in the world, but they're still much better than anything else that I can think of. Although, if I could find a peaceful animal, if I could snare a peaceful animal, and then eat it, like get a campfire going, eat it, get that done with, you know, move on with my life, that would probably be the best way to get food, to be completely honest, but I don't have any small animals in the area, so... Okay, so we know that there are some apple trees up the hill, which is nice to know. And they've got that, like, darkish color with the really nice tint green to the leaves. Like this one, I think this is an apple tree, isn't it? Yeah. That's an apple tree, so is that. What I'll do is I'll come through here and I'll eventually just cut down all the trees in this area, except for the apple trees. And then we'll just have apples. You know, it was easily apples. Done. Problem solved. Or I can gather saplings and then plant the trees like in like corresponding areas and everything, blah, 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 blah. I received 14 apples. Oh my god, that's amazing. Probably because my farming went up by like 1 million last time I... Let me see this. Did it? Let me see what my farming went up to. Here, I received 5 apples, increased by 1. Received 14 apples, increased by 1. Seems legit. Okay. Continue to saw out these boards. And that was that. That was that one. See, and these are not going to give me... Each one of these is not going to give me, you know, the number of logs that I need. So that only gave me 5. If each one of these gives me 5, I might have enough. I'll have enough, because I have 4 logs. Times 5 is 20. I'll have enough for that, yeah. That is true. My inventory is an absolute mess. I have dirt that I don't need. I just want to know how such a crude tool could make such fine boards. Like, you know how long it would take you to saw through that with this. It's just a rock. It's just a serrated rock. Like, oh wait, I'm overburdened. Okay. So I need to come over here and I need to put these in here. Inventory, please open. Thank you. Put the boards in. Might as well build it right now. Once this is done, I'll have a place where I can come back to, so I won't be so worried about dying. And even if I do die, it's not like it's the end of the world. It's not like a hardcore kind of server. I'm really glad there's not that option. Hardcore, that'd be terrifying. Wow. So I can carry 10 boards at the same time. That's nice to know. These 2 logs will be the last. This tree needs to come down, actually. Cut this down real quick. I do need to increase my logging skill anyways, so... That is always a thing. That's always a thing. I'm also uprooting the stumps, which is helping a lot. Because I need to get up to hardwood so I can make hardwood billets, which will be very nice. Once I get to the hardwood billets, I will have
another material for the monument. After that, I have the stones. I need the hardwood billets. Then I can get the bones after that. Let me think, what else? After that, there's the nails. So, I need to find iron. I mean, there's always going to be something new to find. And then what we'll do is we'll make a big wall. Warning, carpentry is not ready because it's too low. You need to catch your breath to perform that action. Oh, yeah, that's right. Maybe I should work on getting my logging up to 60 now instead of running around and doing this. And see, that's the other thing is you have to manage your skills. No, I don't want to inspect it. I want to uproot it. Oh, I need a shovel. L-T-I-I axe. Actually, you know what? Here, we'll do it this way. No. Well, maybe we won't be getting that thing done this episode because I don't want to make this episode too terribly long. So, guys, I will we'll come back to the house next episode. I will uproot. I'll get my skill up to 60, get my carpentry up. I'll get all the materials ready, put them in there, and at the beginning of the episode next time, we will build it. So, thank you guys for watching this episode of Life is Feudal. This is our starting a new episode as we build up, and we're gonna put cuts in this, you know, as you guys already know, because it already cut earlier in the episode. And we're gonna be cutting in more putts because my English is so amazing. We're gonna be putting in more cuts later on in the series. Next episode, I know there's gonna be cuts because I'm gonna be mining a lot, and I'm gonna be doing a lot of survival games. I'm thinking about putting out a Terra Firma Craft mod pack series for Minecraft, just because the mod pack is so hard and so difficult. It's so in depth. It just makes it worth it. It makes it worth playing Minecraft again. So that's another thing. The other things I'm thinking of is I'm playing Life is Feudal right now. Thank you. Beasts of Prey. I'm thinking Prison Architect would be a really fun game to play because there's just so much that can go absolutely wrong with that game. I'm looking into it. I'm not quite sure yet. I don't know. It depends. It really, everything depends on how I'm feeling and what games I find enjoyable, because that's what makes the series enjoyable. But my outros are always way too long. So, as always, guys, it's been a pleasure playing games, and next episode we'll build up this house. I'll have all the materials ready by then, and I'll catch you guys later.